All right, school board, go for it.
We're good?
Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good, hit that button.
Can I have a motion to call the meeting to order?
I make it.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Please rise to the pledge of allegiance.
Gee, here,
Pledge allegiance.
of the United States of America,
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Very nice to see all these people. I think it's a record, an 18-month record. But it's good to see everybody. It's hard to tell who's who with the mask on, but I'm going to take mine off just here. So we're going to recognize the newly tenured teachers on the agenda after, while they're being approved by the board. But right now, we take a minute to recognize our retired teachers. We have the 2019-20 teachers that we want to recognize. If you're here, I just ask that you stand if your name is called for the 2019-20. And we start with Debbie Anderson, Cornelius Bronson, Alan Collins, Mary Eames Weintraub, Tony Rose Fiorella, Arthur Goldman, Richard Fine, and Nancy McKee. Now, for the 2020-21 teachers, I'm just going to ask you to come up and Tim is going to meet you. Ready? Okay. Well, I'm going to start off with the big guy, Richard Burns. Read the list, but I figured it wasn't appropriate for tonight. Congratulations, Rich. Really for the.
I appreciate it.
We'll have some more to say. Don't worry, but we won't hold everyone up in the process. Kathleen Butts. Anita Finder.
Yes, you.
Jennifer Fitzgerald. Good. Joanne Gerler. Roy Grindle. Deborah Manser. Elizabeth Rebay. Stephen Shaughnessy. Adam Zukowski. Diane Titino. stand up. Thank you, everyone. This year, last year, and the last year was kind of tough because we couldn't do this, and it's nice to be able to be back to do it again. Just wanted to have everybody, just give everybody a round of applause one more time. There's a lot of people on the list, and really congratulations. It's one of the days that you wait for, so enjoy. You got the name of Chris, you want?
No, just, I wish we had time, at our individual meetings, retirees are recognized. I wish we had time for that to be roasted. A few of you that are here, we would have had plenty of good stories to share. I won't pick on you, Mary, don't worry. But, perhaps in the near future, maybe we can pull something together that way. But, it's almost like the silence doesn't do the justice that you people contributed to the district. I mean, that you just gave so much, the bar you set for those who follow was very high. And we really appreciate that from everyone. I wish it didn't have to be such a global statement, but it's kind of where we are with this. But please know that you are valued individually, and thank you for everything you did for us in the district.
I just wanted to add, as a lot of us here are parents, in addition to school board members, most of us, I think, have kids in the district, and their names here have taught my kids, who've been through, my son's sitting in the nurse's office every day ready to die for 6 years, and, I have stories for many of you here. So I think on behalf of the parents of the district who are not here as well, know how much we as parents value the role that all of you have played in our children's growth and development. And thank you so much for all of that.
Definitely, thank you. And the biggest reward is you don't have to stay.
You're more than welcome to, you don't have to stay for the whole board meeting. Feel free if you want to go enjoy somewhere.
It's been nice. Bye.
Cafe Max is opening up again. I'm so happy I'm joining you.
We're looking forward to that feature.
Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate it, everything you guys have done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but they have the patience. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate everything you gave us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Much. You and Nina.
Okay, so we'll move on to the news of the schools. I'll turn it over to you, Rich. If you want to, I'm not sure where you want to go.
Let's, how about if we, James, you want to give an update on the high school?
Sure. We're winding down towards the end of the year. We've just went through a series of events between the academic awards, the scholarship nights, and we got the band and chorus. All of those events, they went great. We just have 3 big ones to go. We have our last concert, which is coming up this week, the third, which is orchestra, which will be Troy's last send-off, and then of course we have the big one, which is graduation, which we're looking forward to. We also have senior banquet. I figured about that. So it's kind of normal end of the year stuff, to be honest with you.
Feels good.
Kind of normal in a way. So things are going good. We just started AP exams this week. They'll be going through until the 11th. And I think our students are well prepared for that. So we're looking forward to seeing how our results turn out for that. And we have, the Regents exams, which will be coming up the last week of school, which will be a little bit different from the exemptions that are allowed to that. But otherwise, we're coming towards the end, and we're looking to finish strong.
Good. And graduation, what's the time? It's Saturday, which is a big change, not Friday evening, but Saturday.
It's Saturday Saturday the 26th, thank you. Saturday the 26th. We're going to have some information coming about that with a little more detail in the coming days, just kind of making sure our graduation is right, and we're hoping to have a strong finish for our students, making sure that we don't leave anyone behind. So we'll be looking forward to that. But yeah, the time's off the top of my head. I believe we were looking to have an 11 o'clock start. We're looking at a 10 o'clock start. Someone knows better than me. We're going to have a 10 o'clock start for the actual ceremony. Hoping it goes an hour, maybe go a little past an hour just because of, COVID preparations and things along that line. The students would, be here at 8 with the parents kind of filing at 9. I think we'll have a pretty good graduation, pretty smooth. We'll all feel very confident that we're working out some details.
Beautiful. Thank you. Good job. Karen?
Sure. We have our grade 4 state science test coming up next week, the abbreviated version. So an abbreviated science exam for 4th grade. Thursday evening, we have our band and chorus and orchestra concerts for 4th and 5th grade. I attended the high school concerts. They were amazing outdoors. There's something to be said. I know that the musicians would say the sound quality, but there's something special about being outside. So that's coming up on Thursday. Not this Thursday, next, the 10th. And this coming Saturday, in honor of Joanne Burlow, one of our retirees, a number of teachers have put together a Be the Match Swab to Save Your Life bone marrow donor drive. So Joanne is a cancer survivor. She survived because somebody donated their bone marrow, somebody who swabbed 22 years earlier. And when they went to the bone marrow bank, they found that this woman was a perfect match, and she was still willing to donate her bone marrow 22 years later. So please come if you feel willing and able. It's a drive up. You don't have to get out of your car. You need to be 18 to 45 to be swabbed for the bone marrow drive. That's coming up this Saturday.
And Karen, actually, there was an email that was sent out about that, and you could log on to the website and get the kit sent to you.
Yes,
I did.
If you can't make it that day, you can either have the kit sent to you, or they'll even give you locations to drive up and do it elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really great.
Thank you, Sam.
That's very nice. That's a nice community event. Joe, maybe with sports?
Oh, sure. We're coming to the end. We're winding down from a really compact season. We have a number of teams the playoff hunt. It looks like boys lacrosse to make the playoffs. Boys baseball is on the end and playing softball. There are about 6 girls that will continue on to the division championship for track, and about 4 for the boys that will continue on for track. It's been exciting. It's been great spring. It's very compact. Please, no rain this week. We did rain because at this point, we can't play double headers on top of double headers. But that's where we're at, so.
Great. Good. And no more worries about someone being COVID positive, eliminating
No, we had
games.
no issues.
Great.
No issues. We're outside. It's
Excellent.
the sports banquet is on the 16th of June, the day after the clubhouse. So it should be fun.
Great, thank you. Adam, did you want to just mention something about the middle school, please?
Yes. In true COVID fashion, there was a dumpster fire at the middle school today, which kind of puts in perspective the entire year. So Rich went over to check. We were kind of involved in some things. So Rich could give a little report on that. But everybody was evacuated thanks to Dan Hartnett and the quick acting staff over at the middle school, because we were at the district office at the time. And just middle school activities were winding down. A few kids are taking Regents exams. There are some students taking the science exam. Our end of the year schedule will go out, I think, tomorrow. Again, three beach trips. I've said it in the past. The awards night or award celebration, which will take place in school, and moving up, which will take place in person. So we're ready to go. And I think, Rich, I don't know if you want to update the board a little bit about that.
It was, again, our relationship with the police and fire, it's wonderful. They were there as quick as could be, contain the fire. There was no worries for any of our students. Luckily, it was just confined to the dumpster itself. And they just made sure that it was safe for kids to return. I think they maybe missed a period at most. It was a nice day and a little bit of a break. But everybody picked anyway.
We know what caused it.
At that point, they didn't know. It was still smoldering a little bit. So they're going to give a report, I think, sometime this week. But, we couldn't have asked for anything, the least amount of damage done. Okay, we're good.
Okay, public comment. Matt, do we have anybody on the phone for public comment? For agenda items?
You there?
Matt, you there? We'll come back to it. We got one more time period for that anyway. So, consent agenda. Have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
What does that say? Can you guys read, what does that say over there?
I'm going to hit a continue. I'm going to do this.
Maybe hit the continue, John. Yeah. Oh, well.
Fine. Is that
Okay.
All right, school board?
Oh,
there you are, Matt.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was a technical issue on my part. The board went down. No problem. But you have 0 callers right now.
Perfect, thank you. Answer the question, thank you. Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the superintendent reports and recommendations, beginning with item number 1. Recommended the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that Diana Sherwood is, upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, appointed to an E&L teaching position within the E&L 10-year area for a probationary term to commence September 1st, 2021, and expires August 31st, 2025, subject to and pending her obtaining certification of the E&L teacher and annual salary of $65,412. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. I know people are going to start coming, I don't know, but if anybody's here, and we do call your name, because it's hard to tell who's here with the
Yeah, it's hard to see.
So please stand if we do call your name for any of the above positions or anything. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 2, recommended that the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that in compliance with the provisions of section 3012 of the Education Law, Part 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education grants James Bannon tenure in the area of technology education effective August 30th, 2021. I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second? Congratulations. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 3, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that in compliance with the provision of section 3012 of the Education Law 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, of the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education grant Amanda Capabianca tenure in the area of art effective August 30th, 2021. Have a motion? Second?
Second.
Congratulations. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 4. Recommend that the board approve the following resolution. Resolved that in compliance with the provisions of section 3012 of the Education Law 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, that the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education grant Kelly Doyle tenure in the area of family and consumer science effective August 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
Second?
Second.
Congratulations. Also, you know that we're in construction with a few things, but just having Kelly aboard for the food piece really made those plans move forward quickly. And I think we're finally going to have something somewhat on time, an actual food lab for students in September. So thank you for your efforts with that too.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 5, recommend the board approve the following resolution, resolved in compliance with the provisions of section 3012 of the Education Law, part 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education, grant Alba Lindsay Pateas tenure area in the childhood and education, grade 1 through 6, effective August 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
She here. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 6, recommended that the board approve the following resolution, resolved that in compliance with the provisions of section 3012 of the Education Law, 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools of the East Hampton Union Free School District of Education, grant Carly Rayner tenure in the area of mathematics, grade 7 through 12, effective August 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 7, recommended the board approve the following resolution, resolved that in compliance with the provisions of section 3012 of the Education Law, 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education, grant Catherine Tyree tenure in the area of business education effective August 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Congratulations. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 8, recommend the board approve the following resolutions, resolved that in compliance with the provisions of 3012 of the Education Law, 30.3 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the East Hampton Union Free School District Board of Education, grant Tamara Palmer tenure in the area of teaching assistant effective August 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, that's it for the tenured folks. There was a lot of them today. You guys are welcome to go. That's your other prize for the evening.
Hope their significant others take them out to a nice place.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of nice restaurants here.
Number 9, recommend the board approve the following resolution, resolved, whereas Hilary McGrath is appointed to a 4-year probationary period as a special education teacher commencing on August 30th, 2017. And whereas during her probation period, Ms. McGrath was granted child care leave, which included a total of 68 days of unpaid leave. Now therefore be resolved that Ms. McGrath's probationary period be and is hereby extended from August 30th, 2021 for a period of 68 calendar days to November 5th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
No real discussion. It's just a
Yeah, just the count, procedural count. Yep.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 10, recommended that the board approve the following resolution, resolved whereas Christine Reyes was appointed to a 3-year probationary period as an EML teacher commencing on August 30th, 2018, and whereas during her probationary period, Ms. Reyes was granted a child care leave, which included a total of 40 days of unpaid leave. Now therefore be it resolved that Ms. Reyes' probation period is hereby extended from August 30th, 2021 for a period of 40 calendar days to October 8th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Same as before.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 11, recommend the board approve the following appointments for the 2020-21 school year, beginning with election inspectors Mindy Moulter and Christine Roberts. Down to substitute custodian at the rate of $17.94 per hour. Okay. Karina Gushambo. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 12, recommend the board approve the following resolution. You hereby resolve that the Board of Education accept the letter of resignation for the purposes of retirement from Deb Nancer for her position as neighborhood aide, effective close of business day, June 30th, 2021. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion, thanks for earlier, but
Yes.
again, congratulations on your retirement. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 13, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Be hereby resolved that the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District approve the terms of the memorandum of agreement dated June 1st, 2021, between the district and the East Hampton Teachers Association regarding the revised athletic teams coaching levels, Schedule D of the July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2022 EHTA collective bargaining agreement for the for 2 equipment managers, no levels. 2 positions shall added as follows: 1 JV varsity equipment manager at the annual stipend of $5,000 from August 1st to June 30th annually, and 1 middle school equipment manager at the annual stipend of $2,000 from August 1st to June 30th annually. Have a motion?
Make motion.
Second. Any discussion?
This particular motion and MOA came to our attention from a recommendation from the athletic director, Joe Voss, but also our auditors felt that that's quite an area where there's such a turnover with uniforms and just getting something more in place. So I appreciate the board supporting that move. I think we'll be in better shape that way.
Was this in the memorandum
Yes.
last year?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 14, recommend that the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that the board accept with gratitude a donation the class of 1961 of a Japanese storta tree to be planted at the East Hampton Middle School, and a special thank you to Ms. Carolyn Jennings Baker, president of the class of 1961, for her orchestration of bringing the generous donation to fruition. Can I have a motion?
Make motion.
Second?
Second.
Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That does it for the superintendent's report. Full business. All right, so it's a reminder for pre-K to be,
No, this is in person.
pre-registration, okay, in-person board meetings, keep doing them. Good, so I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah. And Carrie, could you just highlight that a bit? What's the process for that? I lost track of it.
So there's a link on the website. If you go to the page for our website, right on the top, it indicates that there's a link, and once you click on it, it brings down the form, and then you just pre-register. And it usually opens up the Friday before a board meeting and closes like late afternoon, just before the board meeting.
Perfect. And obviously, we're encouraging the community to come and participate once again in board meetings. It's meaningful, and we welcome participation by the community.
And it makes it easier if you're pre-registered, that way you don't have to fill the form out when you hear, because we want to make sure we contact trace and do all the proper things that are required. So it just makes everyone's life easier to do that.
Yeah.
Anything else under old business, Rich?
No, I think we're good.
Anything for new business?
I didn't have any.
Public comment? Matt, do we have anything for public comment?
Zero callers, JP. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you very much.